Can you describe a time where you dealt with the problems of identity, or what do you suppose children do in order to claim an identity?
I can't actually think of a time where I haven't struggled with the concept of identity. I've never really been able to figure out exactly who it is that I am or want to be, and I don't really know if anybody ever fully figures it out. Maybe that's the end goal in, life in general, is to figure out, you know, who you are and what we're supposed to be doing. And as far as children claiming identities, it seems to me that they kind of work off of examples. Like they find this model figure of something that they consider to be desirable, like maybe an adult in their life that they look up to, or a superhero or a character in a show or anything like that, and then they kind of strive to be like that person, and that's what they consider to be their desired identity or something like that, becoming who they consider to be this ideal person.
There are children who do not want to grow up, and some even hide under the bed to keep from growing up, or they say something like they don't want a birthday party. Can you describe a factor in a child's life that may lead them to wanting to grow up or not wanting to grow up?
One of the factors that I think affects something like that is your family. For example, when I was a kid, I couldn't wait to grow up in, any sense of the word, because I had two siblings that were much older than me. My sister is 11 years older and my brother is 13 years older, and so I couldn't wait to grow up to the point at which I had a similar experience to them. Like I couldn't wait to get a job like my sister, or to, be in college like my brother, and I guess to kind of relate to them in more of a peer type of way than a baby sister type of way. So that was one of my big, influencing factors as a kid, was just seeing my brother and sister and their lives and what they were up to and wanting to be just like that. And so in that way, I couldn't wait to grow up.
This question can be answered differently depending on who you ask, but if you can you describe growing up in one word, or describe life in one way?
For me personally, growing up was really exciting because, I had my sister and brother to look at, and I had a really, really involved family, and so, growing up was an event. It was everything that we did was, we always had fun. My family was always really involved in everything that I did, involving like school or sports or anything, and so everything was made to be this big, exciting, thing. But I think for a lot of people, growing up can be really challenging because you've got all these different people in your life, from different areas telling you who you need to be and what you need to do, when you've also got this voice in your head telling you what you need to do and who you need to be. And it's always hard to find that balance between who other people think you need to be and who you want to be. With my extremely involved family, I had a very different experience from, say, someone who didn't have much of a family, like someone who might have grown up in foster homes or anything like that. They didn't have all these influences in their lives, kind of guiding them, telling them where they don't need to go and what they don't need to do, and they have to kind of figure all this stuff out for themselves. So that someone with that kind of lifestyle would most definitely have a harder time growing up than I did, because I had all of these things to look at, and of course I figured some of it out on my own, but not as much as someone else might have to.